Sages, welcome. Long time no see. We're going to do some Lenormand cards today and check upon your general energies, see how it's up, see what is up. We are going to mix the Lenormand Cyberpunk with some fairy cards. Fairy cards. You'll have to excuse the mess in my room. I've been in the market spending at least 20 euro. Okay, so let's get started. How this goes. Okay, the moon. 2, 4, 6, 8. There is this energy of distancing yourself from someone or something. Could be a Leo, there could be some drama, but somehow perhaps some of you find this solitude by just being alone under the moon. Maybe you need basically some time alone. Okay, so loyalty, okay. So there could be someone around you. There is this energy of loyalty. We will see. But these are the energy. Yeah, it's funny. My mom, she is Sagittarius with dog. She's born in the year of the dog. Is she loyal? I don't know. Never asked. But I get that this is you, Sagittarius. You're a loyal person, but you need some time alone. Perhaps people are draining you. People who are loyal, people who are, come here, doggy, doggy, come here, people pleasing is what I get from this energy. So I know my mom, she wants to make everyone happy. Under the moon, death. So basically there is a transformational process there. There is a transformational process there. Yeah, I should use my glasses. So this also speaks about independence. So emotionally, there is one thing in your life that you're done with. You're done with someone. You're done with something. You're done with a situation. I'm done with this. I demand my independence, which is where Sagittarius is, taking some time for yourself. So, of course, this can always mean literally death. Someone is dying. But usually, just like in the tarot card, it's all about transformation. So unless the funeral cards from the gypsy cards and these cards are popping up too many times, it's a good card. It's about you taking a stand, saying, enough. My mother, she had this friend. She was always, they were both Sagittarius. And she didn't tell my mother, hey, you want to come? Or you want to, she didn't have this humble attitude. I noticed that it was, Anita, let's go. She didn't ask my mother. She gave out orders and expected from her to be in a certain manner, right? Basically, being, I said to my mom, "Why are you taking orders from this woman?" And she's not very polite. She's not better than you. She's not prettier than you. She's not wiser than you. She's arrogant. I'm sure she have a sweet side to her, but after a few years, my mom took that advice. She realized that, my God, she's bitching me around. And the moment she realized that she was leaking energy in that direction, that this friend was actually more closer to an energy vampire, she would start to withdraw her energy back and become more, yeah, I'm okay. Basically, dropping the connection in the end. And when you drop, if you give of yourself to someone into the degree they start to take it as they take it for granted. When you then stop and say, enough, they might react in many different ways. Some of them will turn you into a villain, like, oh my God, you are so evil because you are not feeding me anymore, or I can't feed on you anymore, or run over you anymore. And so they will do many different things, and not to mention tell you a lot of things, truths that might sound so logical. Like, you said, I don't care what I said. I can't even remember it. I was high. What I said 1 week ago doesn't count now because there's something, something come up, right? You're not the president. We are not going to discuss a war. Certain plans have changed. Sorry, right? So it's about this energy of resisting someone who are constantly draining us. What do you know? The fox. So the chances are that you have someone that you know, that you are in communication with, they're not your friend. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. This can represent many things. It can represent you seeing through someone else's game. You see that, this person is a phony. They don't want what is best for me. They want to own me. They want to control me. They want to loot me. They want to rob me. This fox in the cards called the Lenormand is someone who are stealing, lying, smiling to your face, pretending they are your friend, but they ain't. So basically, the story I just told you regarding my mom and her friend, well, here you have them. They were friends for years. But because sometimes we see through the eyes of the dog, because we ourselves are loyal, it can sometimes feel that someone who also have a tail and these ears, we are the same. We are the same. We have so much in common, because that's what the fox will tell you. Oh my God. I got the message here for some time back. You drinking Coke? Oh, that's my favorite drink too. So fake people, they will often try to mirror you by comparing themselves to you. They will analyze you and find out what is it that you and I have in common. And they will basically feed upon the fact that, oh my God, you and me, we are so similar. Let's get married, Just be careful. Just be careful. Wasn't you the one who got the fox? No, that was another sign. Oh. Yeah. There are certain things about this specific card and its position which we simply do not speak about on YouTube, if you know what I mean. So let's just leave it like that, and you can let the imagination sprinkle as you wish. It's not a bad thing, trust me. It's not a bad thing. Okay. Interesting construction, sages. Okay, so regarding taking action, there is something here that is and I see the connection here. What can I do about this? So you actually have a victory here, 6 of Wands, which is Jupiter in Leo. And you have a 9. There is something you are so done with it, but you can't exactly, you don't exactly know how to detach from it. It's this, damn it, so you find your solitude under the moon. Maybe you're meditating a little bit, but again, under the moon. Perhaps you're not talking about it. Perhaps this is like the secret of a lifetime, but I'm so over that, done with that. I say. You have a little bit of a mystery going on, sages. I gave a deck to my mom. If you see this, mommy, are you doing your homework? Trying to teach her how to do this. So, let's continue. Oh my good God. This is a mess. This is really a mess. Sorry for that. I think I need to get cat food. Let's see. Let's see. So the moon, the dog, the fox, the coffin. Note that what's under the moon and the moon, you have kind of two moons here. So it could be something related to anxiety here, something that you like, because something is crossing you. And yet there is some kind of victory here. And that victory is not something we should talk about. Okay. Okay, so let's see the moon. So you need to cross a bridge, basically. There is a bridge here. But what kind of bridge? The dog is smooching someone, basically. Yeah, there you got the lilies. So you have love here. You have a bridge in between the two worlds. So basically what I see here is that you are trying to detach yourself from an old way of thinking and living, which did it serve you well? Well, we can have a nice attitude, but we also have the power to change the reality. So regarding death here, this is about communication, a meeting. This is the commune. This is where people meet to talk. This fox, whoever they are in a way like a snake, except the snake is pure evil. They are talking a lot behind your back. Woohoo! It's not like quack, 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 really loud. Oh my God, did you see Sage doing this and this and this? This, you know, did you see how? It is foul, it is dark, basically. So, regarding your Venus position, where you have your values, you're a little bit confused. What is going on? You know, what is going on? Because the lilies is all about sensuality, sexuality, but in a graceful manner. It's not being promiscuous. I'm not sure there even is a promiscuous card in the Lenormand deck. That's why we have the gypsies. But this is gracefulness during the Venus. Whoever you are, you do things with grace. I see jealousy here. I see the fox looking at the flowers. Those flowers should belong to me. And I see here some confusion, mental confusion, what to do. Now, taking action is crossing you, and it's like, could be some kind of travel on your mind, or like what direction now to take. There is a lot of confusion here. So, shall I pull this further? Basically, yeah, again, some people whispering, some people are quacking, wherever you are, okay? So there is a little bit, I wouldn't say depression necessarily, but, you know, seems to me you're planning an adventure. Some of you are betting on a game, maybe. Playing with fire, perhaps. It seems to me that whoever who it is that likes to play a game with you, who likes to manipulate you or whisper in the dark, you are done with them. So we have a death sentence twice, because you feel that something is not right. And perhaps you're discussing this with someone during, you see that there is some kind of a betrayal here, or perhaps you have been experiencing some kind of a betrayal. And perhaps you will discover that the one person who you would never experience to be, because you're coming out here as very intuitive. On the Venus section, where we have values, where we have love, where we, Venus is about love, beauty, you have the key. So this key in this section might unlock this entire row that you find tricky. Yeah, including this mountain. Usually I like to say, yeah, well, the mountain is because I'm Norwegian and now we are living in a mountain. Mountain simply means that, oh, I met the wall. I don't know how to get over it. It's full stop. So, let's see. Oh, sorry, 2 minutes. I always love to play with the Lenormand cards because they are a little bit different. And I'm supposed to spend this time on Scorpio now, but been buying a Hindu goodie bag today. Let's see what's going on. Let's verify this row. Okay. So, wounded warrior. I'm hurt. So therefore, I'm careful with my decisions. I withdraw from all kinds of drama. It's not my circus. It's not my monkeys. Whatever I do is my business. So I don't know, maybe you have some Scorpio placement. I know my mom, she's got moon in Scorpio. She's got a lot of secrets, you know that. So under the moon section, this column here, regarding perhaps this travel. Some of you travel because you feel betrayed. Some of you travel because you simply want another journey. But there is secrecy, some secrecy attached to that journey. And again, some of you have been betrayed and you're not quite, it's not healed yet. It's not healed. It's phew. So, regarding the fox, fake person, the one that the card says suggests that it's a transformational process because it's about you seeing through people and things for what they truly are. And someone here are not perhaps willing to do the sacrifice needed in order to see that. And that could be your friend who refused to do that sacrifice. And therefore you will see them for what they are. It could also be you, because the hangman is coming out in reverse, and that's all about sacrifice. It is Odin hanging in the tree of life here, okay? So in the Venus section, it seems to me that something that was a burden before is coming to an end. Also with the World card here, it's like you are completing a cycle. You are finally finding your own tail, basically. Let's check the mountain section. I don't know if you plan to climb any mountains. That was a big one. Okay. Yeah, you might feel a little bit left out regarding something, like you're not in good grace right now. Seems to me like you're disconnecting from a soulmate, someone you've known for many years. Six of Cups in reverse. Tutut. I forget you can't see them. I need to... yeah, get me an office here. There is someone or something, a project that you no longer... you don't have the same passion for it, with the Ace of Wands in reversed here. There is also something here which you are resisting. Tower in reversed. So that mountain might actually be you and an old belief system that you refuse to change. So if you're going to change that, well, if you're going to cross that mountain, you need to change. You need to let go of something that does not serve you. It does not serve your happiness. It does not serve your highest passion. I am like a little bit obsessed with Mr. Daryl Anka now these days, and this entity he is channeling called Bashar. And the entire, there are 5 universal rules. I also am a huge fan of Luis, Don Miguel Luis. Don't make assumptions, always do your best. These things. And sometimes we get stuck in a belief system that, well, it's supposed to be like that. It's a tradition, you know. It's always been like that. Yeah, well, sometimes certain traditions need to go. I recently found out why Islam and the Hebrews, or this practice of removing the foreskin of the male genital, It is because those religions, or most religions on this planet, is an ancient worship of the holy serpent. Has nothing to do with hygiene. If it had something to do with hygiene, why are the female parts still intact? Why do we should remove something also, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on there that you can look through like a book, right? So that was so bad. And so yeah, removing the foreskin is an ancient practice where we offer our foreskin to an ancient religion where serpent is the god. And we do hear a lot about the serpent in ancient religions. Because I question this practice many times, and the answer is, well, it's more for the hygiene. Well, it's a part of your body. God made it. God has made it. Isn't it supposed to be there? I mean, yeah. And after doing a few studies, I finally found the answer. So this is something that we do to tiny babies who don't have the choice to choose whether they want to keep that part of the body or not. Does that make me an enemy of these religions or someone's enemy? I'm not saying that. I'm saying certain traditions. Have you ever questioned why we perform them? What is the point? Someone who never had a foreskin, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that on YouTube, why would they miss it if they never had it? If you ask them as an adult, now you're 18, do you want to remove it in the name of Yahweh or Allah or whatever? Allah literally meaning the dark cursed one, if we're going to quantify the syllables. So ask an 18-year-old, do you want to remove it? At least then he have the choice as an adult. Tradition. So very often I ask questions, why do we do this? Why do we do that? Especially here in India, because just like, what's the logic about that? Well, it's a tradition. Yeah, well, what's this all about? Yeah, well, it's a devotion to this and this God. Yeah, but why do we have to walk backwards 10 times and then jump up and down 3 times and then fire exactly this, you know, that it's getting really complicated at some point. So, like I told you, where is it? You know, I have this goodie bag with all this stuff turns out it's all Shiva worship. Seeds and cotton and you know, everything in that. It is fun, but never ever did I have to burn a specific incense or lift my toe twice in a specific direction or go backwards down the stairs in order for this deity to do me a favor. nor have I ever needed to sacrifice any animal to Kali or any other god to become abundant. This was your lecture of the day, Sagittarius. Okay, interesting cards. 6 of Swords, traveling, and Lovers on where to take action. That these are followed up by, it's like you're leaving something. This is confusing. You're leaving something that doesn't excite you anymore. It's like, yeah, you felt perhaps left out in the cold before, but now you're like, no, this doesn't serve my purpose. And that's my entire point with the lecture. Because the few Sagittarius people I know, you're immutable. You are the people of change. You are teachers. You are philosophers. Don't make it more complicated than it is. Right? You can serve people fish again and again and again, or you can teach them how to fish. Right? So here you are on a journey with the Lover's card, which can also represent a choice. Gemini. Interesting. Now let's finish this off with the ding ding, with the Gypsy cards, and let's see if there are some extra. This was a long one, seems to me like. Yeah, I'm Sagittarius myself right now. 2 more years, 1 or 2 more years, then my progressive planet will move into Capricorn. So that's how the planets work. We are born into one sign, and the planets, the sun stays in each sign for 30 years. Ta-ta! So it seems to me that some of you could actually need a consultation regarding something. Something where you feel a bit, maybe down. And with the dog card, oh, the dog loves. Yeah. Who doesn't love the dog? Loyalty, love, playing games. But I don't want no drama. You have the butterfly transformation. You're gonna fly. Well, it's baby on the way for some of you, basically. So the child can represent so many things. We have, it's interesting because we have the death card in the bottom. Basically reincarnation. Something dies, a project, whatever, and something new is coming in. Or some of you could literally get knocked up, of course. So regarding this fox, this, you might, like I said, have a, this is a collective read. Obviously it can't go for all of you. So regarding the fox and the owl and the whispers and death, again, there is someone around you who are in despair. Perhaps that's why they act like they do. It's a form of desperation. But if you need to be fake and phony, steal and lie and cheat and say bad things about nice people, might be because you have a death wish. He's holding his guns to his head. So, I don't know what to think about that. But on your Venus field, on your values, where you feel a little bit confused, you do have the key. It's like this burden is being lifted, and it's something is stabilizing itself here. There is a gentleman here, a lord. I seriously need to create a different Lenormand deck. No, gypsy deck. I mean, that outfit, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see if something makes chase. So, regarding the last house where we take action, where we are traveling, and also it seems to me that you are going somewhere. There is an empty house here. Empty house. Christ, what the hell does that mean anyway? Could be that you are investing in a property. Some of you, I don't know, some of you could actually, some of you could actually get married, have children, buying a new house, giving a fuck about what everyone else. Some of us, you have people who are jealous. There could be a funeral in the midst of this, but there is something new coming in. And there is a new house here that can represent you, buying a new property, investing in a new property, thinking about a new property. So, consultation, good gentleman. You have great happiness here attached to the butterfly. Okay. So, getting a lot of money. Okay. On your fox section, where we have the owl, who are talking behind your back, where you feel I'm done with these people or that person, where no one wants to do the sacrifice for you. You are always the one who has to do the sacrifice for them. There is a despair. And this fox, someone around you, is a thief. On your Venus field, where you have love, smooches, kisses, you have the key. You have some confusion, a burden being lifted. And the World card can mean everything from a closure to you traveling the world, to you meeting someone from another place in the world. This is you receiving a gift. You will receive a gift. Maybe you have received it, or maybe, maybe it's Christmas when you watch this. Who knows? Last card. Again. There is a false person around you. Could be the fox, could be one person, could be two people. They are attached to that house. So if you're looking to rent or buy something, be little bit careful. And, you know, if you go the whole way around, this situation might also end up in court. Right below it, you also have a house. Not going to go further because, yeah. So there could be some, you know, I stopped saying 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, top 1 year. So if you plan on buying a house or renting a house or leasing a house or whatever, think twice, because you are dealing with a false agent or a false person who might trick you, and the entire situation might end up in court. Okay, Sagittarius, you're welcome. That was, I didn't really mean for this to become an endless read, but I suppose, well, this was an endless read. So let's just give you a couple of, I would love to read a Kali card for you, but it takes forever. Rebirth. Lotus flower. So what is one of the most powerful weapons? One of the 3 Hindu deities holding a lotus flower in their hands, even destroying with the lotus flower. It's not a very bad card, is it? Equilibrium, which is, you know, this card is about priorities. It's a naked woman, so I cannot YouTube, you know. Ooh. So yeah, it's priorities, and there is something here regarding a decision that you have to make. And it seems to me you find it a little bit difficult. You're trying to keep the equilibrium here. Let's see if we can pull another one here for you. Gives you, well, I think that's enough. She's eating San Pedro cactus, and well, wherever you're going, Sagrado, have fun. This is not a race, you know. This is not a race. Sometimes we forget absolutely everything when we are dancing and when we have music. That is truly when we create. So yeah, apartments, Nandi. So a little bit dirt, a little bit slander. This is life. Leaving something old, something new ahead of you, and don't complain about this one. Okay, Sagittarius, this was your bonus read. Love you so much. Hope it helps. Namaste.